Tekken 4 is the black sheep of the franchise. While not necessarily being a bad game, it isn't spoken about nearly as much as the other 7 titles. But fuck all that, because that's not what we're here for. Today, I am going to be embarking on the task of ranking each stage from this game from worst to best. So stick around and to see what is the best Tekken 4 stage. Let's get started. I may just be biased here in considering the fact that I was born in a generation where Tekken 4 and Tekken 5 were the latest entries into the franchise, so I hold Tekken 4 in a much higher regard than, say, Tekken 7.
Move this man!
Now calm down before you type your shit down in the comments. Yes, this game is by far not perfect. It can be insanely difficult at times and borderline unfair. The roster is small, rather being the smallest since Tekken 1. But let's look at what Tekken 4 got right, and what Bandai Namco, then being just known as Namco, tried to incorporate within the series. For starters, they actually ended up getting right was subject to criticism at the time. Its arenas feeling limited as opposed to previous games, but for those of you like myself, they really did not do a bad job at all. Making certain arenas so fun to play and engage with, but we are not here to take a deep dive into the world of Tekken 4. Maybe we could do that for another time, but I'm here to discuss with you my top favorite arenas ranked from worst to best. Starting at number 12 is the Laboratory. I like the eerie atmosphere and the music really complements the scenery. But when it comes down to anything else other than its smoke effects as well as the feeling of one would get when hiding from the unknown, it does not do too much for me. The stage itself reminds me of an underground umbrella facility in the Resident Evil games, and that is a plus in my book especially. What is also unique and great is the fact that you could attempt to juggle your combos and walls surrounding you would make it so much fun. But then again, most of the arenas let you do that in this game. Biased wise, I do like it, but because my opinion does not really matter, here we're placing it at number 12. Number 11 is the Jungle stage. The lush green design really calls back to his Tekken 3 stage, hence me calling it his. It is one of the few arenas where you can fall and interact with water, whether it be a rising tide or a mini pond, which is one of the few features of realism incorporated into the series. Other than that, the stage is really flat, bland, and that music can get irritating very fast. Number 10 is the Underground or Fight Club stage. Now this stage could have been really something special. For starters, the overall concept alone, a fight taking place underground at a club surrounded by spectators. Not only that, but they are also visibly able to take damage if you're careful enough. Other than that, there's not much to it, it's limited, and while Tekken 5 did it better in my opinion, the song also just gets really annoying, especially after the climax hits. Like Tekken 4 stages mostly contain music that flow with whatever round you eventually land upon, and the stage definitely does that. Don't get me wrong though, just because I may not like the song, it still leagues better than whatever the hell Daniel Bryan put us through with WWE 2K19. I must say that I do wish fighting games did this more often nowadays. I mean, it just adds to the feel or the grit of beating the shit out of somebody for money. Death Jam Vendetta. It would also rank so much better in modern Tekken games, considering fighting games like Dead or Alive have added sweat and dirt and all that kinds of stuff. Number 9 is the Gym stage. Look, I could have sworn playing on this stage a few years ago and seeing cars blow up. I was going to rank this a bit lower because of that set feature which would be showcased in wrestling games in the not too distant future, SmackDown Shut Your Mouth, but I never really got any proper sources to back it up, other than trying to hit my opponent near cars multiple times. Like the Yoshimitsu stage mentioned previously, this stage and its complementary track fits the character of Horang, which makes sense as his boss battle stage takes place here. Like the laboratory itself, the gym parking lot also gives off this sense of something lurking in the shadows, but thankfully there's an elevator present. Then again, that's not really saying much. Oh, and this arena also has some sort of Resident Evil familiarity, albeit the parking lot in Resident Evil 2. Gee, I wonder if the devs were really Resi fans?
Sorry about that. When I saw the uniform, I thought you were another zombie.
Who are you?
Ada Wong.
Ada, wait!
Anyways, apparently you can break pipes, but I didn't see no pipes there. Number 8 is a rather unique one. To my knowledge, it is only accessible when playing through Steve's arcade or story mode and facing off against his hot mom. The arena's songs of choice, and yes, I said songs and not song, is that of throwback Tekken 2 songs, so if you ever need a Tekken 2 fix, this is your stage. As well as I feel like that this is the bottom half of the authentic Sky stage when you look down below, but then again I could also be wrong. Other than that, it has beautiful scenery or render and whatever that's supposed to be in the background. The architecture is present, but there's not much to it. It's just generic wall interactivity, meaning nothing is breakable in this stage, so moving on. Number 7 is the authentic Sky stage. This stage is possibly the best in terms of its view and complementary song, as well as the wind whooshing after you complete a battle. Yet other than simple gargoyle smashing, there's not much to be had here. This and the lab theme share stage 5 and 7 slots depending on what the game gives you. Another thing that this game does that does not return in future titles was give us a bunch of stage order sets. So for Kazuya, if he fights at the lab stage in stage 5, he gets the authentic Sky slot, to which no battle occurs there story-wise. If you know, you know. I do wish that the stage would have been interactable, if not interactive in that of breaking through to the bottom room showcased through the glass roof. Why couldn't Namco just let us do this? I mean, Dead or Alive had featured this in their game and it just released about 2 years prior to Tekken 4. So unless it was to make and help TOA, there's no excuse, Namco. Number 6 is the Iron Arena, and this one would be ranked number 2 if it were my personal bias list. Everything is perfect, from the music that fits with the theme of it being a steel cage. Like seriously, it's like the octagon minus the actual canvas roaring featured in UFC and the other MMA promotions at the time. It's like if the UFC or if some developers at the time created an MMA inspired game like how Rumble Roses for the PS2 became a thing, but cranked up to the max, ditching safety and all out chaos. All that's missing is electrical flooring on the sides of the cage. But seriously, this stage is just wall juggling heaven. It's too bad that Heihachi the boss can be a piece of shit at times, and the flames present outside with the crowd has always stuck with me, especially 20 years later with the flames. And I could be wrong, but the layout or at least background for this stage was used for the Tekken 5 menu screen and versus battle. We basically got a sequel to this stage in Tekken Tag 2 with a remix song. Also, funny enough, you could easily compare this stage theme song to that of Heihachi's actual theme song in Tekken 3 with the sirens. Off topic wise, in a way, shout out to the big bad pretty daddy Scott Steiner. He must have been a Tekken fan using those sirens for his intro.
Power! Engineering!
Number 5 goes to the airport stage. I literally forgot about this stage while writing the script. Anyways, I could compare it to the jungle stage, but what's different other than the soothing music and atmosphere is the fact that based on its name literally being an airport, we have workers cheering. And also, I think this is basically one of the only stages other than the jungle and beach where it feels like there's an infinite loop in the stage. But that could just be due to the airport containing nothing really. Oh yeah, and there is a wall barrier. Still, of course, being the building in front of the fighters as you start, what makes the stage higher in its infamous music, really capturing the vibe that was post Y2K, and it really is complemented in its color scheme and atmosphere. Moving on. Number 4. Now we're getting somewhere. The beach stage. I always loved this stage as a kid. The fact that you could fight in the water has always been a plus for me. Dead or Alive did it too, if not in almost every title since 3. I think Virtua Fighter did a similar stage once with interactive water, but Tekken's outdoes it all mainly due to nostalgia. I like the attention to detail on the walls and the billboard above, the trees adding to the realism of it being a beach in Brazil, or at least I assume it is Brazil, given the song as well. Also, the crowd cheering the fighters on, I swear in most, if not all these stages, there are crowds cheering the fighters on. It was introduced in Tekken Tag due to an increase in the power being the PlayStation 2, but here, as well as due to the grounded world being Tekken 4, it's more frequent here. Unlike Dead or Alive, the sand is not really interactable in the sense that it goes through your feet like in those games, but the water texture and the interactivity make it so much better. There are no wall limitations, but that's not really a bad thing. And it feels like an old school Tekken stage, considering it looks like there is much more space in this arena. Number 3 must be the Honmaru or final stage for both Jin and Kazuya. This stage is synonymous and important story-wise, mostly regarding the canonical ending for the game and the next game's intro, as well as the key reason in giving me Devil Kazuya nightmares as a kid. Thanks mom and dad for keeping Tekken from me as a kid. On a serious note, I want to say that the music really ties in with the eerie atmosphere that is the battle between father and son, and grandfather depending on which path you choose. But mostly Jin and Kazuya first clashing story-wise. It really fits, and the color scheme somehow actually fits the vibe really well. The dull brown and gold yellow really works well, with the haunting yet spiritual atmosphere of Honmaru when the battle cements. What also does not help is that as a kid, I thought that the Buddhist statue in the background was Jun's coffin, making the situation much worse. I love this arena, and if I had it my way, it would be number 1. Moving on to number 2, it's Shinjuku. This is fairly where it's supposed to be biased and unbiased twice, I guess. Considering if it were for Honmaru, this would be where do I actually begin with this one? Hey, firstly the crowd, the little details in the shopping malls and the shops, the breakable telephone booths, like seriously, this was featured as a highlight on the box office for the release of the game. I tried to recreate it in the footage you see before you, but maybe that was just a beta thing. I always found it unique that a fight would take place anywhere, and Tekken 4 really nailed this concept. That at any time and at any place chaos could break loose, you know? Here is number 1 with the mall. Look again, if the whole fights can break out at any time and at any place, it counts here at an actual mall. I like the fact that this is not even a ground floor level anyways, and it literally looks like a mall that is based here in Cape Town, South Africa. Anyways, this stage is breakable galore. In a way, maybe I'm overstating that, being that you can literally break the stair rail structure. I love the fact that there's interactive water being a trope in this game, wall ability combos, and overall fun. I mean, kicking someone down the stairs is always fun in a fighting game, and not in a literal sense. But don't try this at home, kids. Anyways, that is it. Thanks for joining me as I rank the Tekken 4 stages from worst to best. I had fun just writing the script and making this video. Anyways, let me know if you want more content like this. Before I go, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Getting these kinds of videos out to many would mean the world to me, and I thank you all for joining. Take care, artists, and I'll see you soon.
Freeze!